is up, everybody? John Sanders here with Limitless Hoops. What's going on? What's going on? Happy Thursday. We are here, and we have games this weekend. Okay, so make sure that you guys sign up for those games, so that we can, improve by playing games as well. I know that the majority of our improvement comes from our workouts, but the games are important too because that's how you test your improvement. Honestly, as much as I didn't love test in school, you do need to test yourself. All right, but basketball's oftentimes the opposite. We love the test, but we hate the work. It's so weird, right? Like imagine, if you had a choice between learning in school and not taking the test, or not learning in school and just taking the test, you would have a hard time deciding between the two. But I remember in college, with the stuff that they were teaching us in college, it was so interesting. I was like, I would love this, but I would love to just have this my entire life, learn all this stuff. It was so fun to learn all that stuff, but I was like, but without the anxiety of the test. And somehow, some way, for basketball, it's the opposite, where we love the test and we don't like the workouts. All right, it's very, very interesting. But so try to see that the games don't really mean anything in terms of getting better, but it shows you where you are. So if you don't know where you are, then you can't ever improve past that. All right, so there you go. Come to the games. Know that all the games this weekend, there are a ton of them. All right, we have. Let me see. Do we have everyone signed up for these games? We got only 4 for the first 2 3rd through 6th grade games, so we need 1 more for that one. And again, those 3rd through 6th grade games are at 9, 10:40, 12:20, and 2:50, all on Saturday at Alameda. We only have 5 for the 1st through 4th grade games. Those are at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and 6:30, all at Alameda on Saturday. And then we have 6 or 5, depends on which games. For the 5th through 8th grade games, 12, 1:30, and 4:30 on Sunday. So make sure that you guys show up to all those games, and there you go. I did want to show you guys something, and it's I've seen this guy on Inside Edition or whatever it's called, not Inside Edition, on Inside the NBA, whatever the show's called with Shaq and Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith. He came on the show and he's a great shooter. He's known like the best shooter in the world. And the best shooter when I was growing up was Dave Hopla. And Dave Hopla just shoots, but he's a great shooter. This guy might be better than Dave Hopla. All right, where they're like, "Are you better than Steph Curry at just shooting?" He's like, "Well, probably, yeah, but he's not a basketball player. He's just a shooter." And this is the epitome of how good you can get at shooting. But I want you to check out his place. All right, so there's this other guy named the Bearded Dragon on YouTube, and he posts videos about how just random videos how tall he is and stuff like that. But he posts basketball videos, and he drove 9 hours to see this shooter guy try for a world record. So I want you guys to watch it and just watch this dude. I mean, it's interesting. All right, but he doesn't have amazing form, but obviously his form is good enough, and it might be the perfect way to shoot. I just don't. I don't know what I think about it. I really don't. But you guys tell me what you think about it. All right, here's the dude. Wait, we gotta, not that dude. We gotta go with this picture and this one, and then let me see. So not this, but there we go. So here's our guy, the greatest shooter on the planet.
Shooter than Steph Curry.
Yes. You just said yes.
This is the greatest shooter of all time. And I bet you've never heard of him. This is Anthony Miracola. 500 for 500. I drove 9 hours to witness him shooting in person. If what I've heard is true, people have to know about this guy. Now, this just isn't a normal gym. This is in the guy's house. Attached to his house.
I mean, that's kind of cool. I mean, the whole gym.
Oh, he's got a secret.
Is in his house, and he has extra gyms. What, does he live in a rec center? It's crazy.
Got mini basketball hoops to train his kid. This is insane.
Yes, he has a small kid as well, and his kid will shoot in this video too. It's really crazy.
Be thinking, how's he affording all this? being the greatest shooter of all time definitely has its perks.
Yes, he's won contests. He's won like certificates, all this other stuff. He has world records in the Guinness Book of World Records. All those right there. Pretty crazy.
Has 7 shooting basketball world records, and I'm about to witness him go for an 8th live in person. The world record he's attempting to beat is most free throws made in 30 seconds. The current record is 33. He will be using this handmade contraption.
So you got this contraption to beat the world record. Can you explain this? What is this?
Yes.
So basically, just his friend made it, but he's just gonna just grab the balls and keep shooting, so he can't miss. So if he does miss too many, obviously the balls will go everywhere. So someone will hand him the ball. I tried to help Dave Hopper for the world record, and we used me just rebounding, but it's with one ball. This guy's gonna use as many balls as he wants, and he has a referee to measure him and stuff like that. And he just wants his kids shooting as well.
If he doesn't beat the world record, his son's going to. This is an 8-foot rim. He is 4 years old. He made 417 in a row.
417 in a row from a 4-year-old. I don't care what size the hoop is. That's pretty good focus. that is insane. But we're gonna watch him. What's up, Kieran and Declan Louth? We're gonna watch him try to compete for the world record, and I guess we can just watch him do it right here.
Now he told me before he was not going to miss a.
And he doesn't really miss. I mean, it's something to be said, right? He's a guy who just doesn't miss. So let's watch him shoot. And yeah, I mean, just chucks it up there. Bends before he gets it. Gets the balls in the panels, etc. He's barely touching like the rim. I mean, I know that this is pretty strange with me commentating on a person commentating on a video. So basically, I'm like PewDiePie right now, and I apologize for that. But yes, I figured that this is basketball stuff. And could you guys ever compete for this record? Would you want to? Does it pay to be that good at shooting? Probably.
5. No misses, all makes.
Do you think you are the greatest pure shooter of all time? Just straight shooting.
Yes.
Ever. Yes?
Yes.
He's got the confidence too. I like it. Well, that's pretty cool. Congrats to that guy. And I mean, it's neat. I mean, I will say this: basketball. I mean, shooting basketballs isn't everything to basketball. It is, but it is the most important thing, I would say. Being able to put the ball into the basket is by far the most important thing. I mean, you do have to get it up the court. I mean, without the point guard, you're in trouble. You do have to get rebounds on the other end to play some kind of defense. But the main part of the sport is putting the ball into the basket. So that guy has that down pat. That's all I gotta say. Anyways, come to the games this weekend and maybe try to be better than that guy shooting. Quote of the day. We got success demands singleness of purpose. Like that dude. Oh my God, yes. Singleness of purpose means basically like you are like fixated on one thing. And I hear from parents all the time. They're like, you can't just play one sport. You can't just do one thing. No, you can't. I'm not saying to just play one sport, but I am saying you can't take 9 months off your main sport, or even probably 3 months. There's nothing that says you can't play 2 sports at the same time. I mean, like, is that like illegal to do? I mean, is it? I mean, if you had to come up with like a process, and I said, okay, I got a basketball player. He's gonna play 12 months out of the year, and they're gonna be like, no, he shouldn't play all year long. So kids shouldn't play every day. Oh no, they should play something with their friends. Well, can that be basketball? Well, I suppose. But he needs other sports. Okay, sure. So we're going with every day for basketball. And then how about 2 days a week of soccer for 3 months? Just so he gets like his soccer under his belt. And we can even play like a game some weekends, whatever. Not like for like the best soccer team that makes you travel, because we're not taking it that seriously, but we do want him to play soccer. And heck, when he gets into like 8th grade, 7th grade, volleyball. How about volleyball for 3 months? Why not? On the off days of basketball, whenever you don't want to do basketball, or you do basketball right after volleyball practice, whatever, right? I love football for younger kids because it teaches you aggression and like timing of like passes and things like that. it's a fantastic sport. Teach you how to even throw a ball. I mean, I don't love baseball, but there are some things that you can gain from baseball. Like I think that the base running did help me out. I know I love playing the outfield, so I can catch those balls. Pitching did teach me how to throw a ball really, really hard. So I mean, I pitched, but I mean, yeah, there's something that every sport probably has to offer, but you don't have to just be like, I can only do one sport at one time or else I'm gonna explode. I mean, you don't need that. So yes, you can combine them. And the ultimate, which I've had nobody go against this. No one has ever said this is not the way. I said the reason why we're so confused is because sports aren't played outside with our friends anymore. And the ultimate would be to absolutely play your sport at a high level with some team, but then other than that, after school, play with all your friends every sport outside. And every parent, every coach always goes, well, yeah, that would be better. So I don't know why we've lost that, but we have. So don't be afraid of going with this quote where it's success demands singleness of purpose, because I mean, it doesn't mean that you just do that one thing. You have to eat, right? You have to sleep, right? So it's not just that one thing, but it's the purpose end of it. And if you want true success at a high level, you're gonna have to be thinking about that thing a lot. You have to be putting your time into that thing a lot. And don't be afraid. If that thing happens to change, you can place your energy into the next thing. So I mean, it's not like the end of the world, but you do want to just go after something. I truly believe that. It is what it is. If someone else doesn't believe me, but that's what I think. That's the quote of the day. Mark it in your books. All right, we got future stuff. Wall floor tap dribbles. These are things that you guys can do on your own. That's an easy drill to do on your own. I mean, and just work at it and get better at it. So if you guys are trying to follow the book, you can also do these things. You don't have to just do the card on the Tuesdays and Thursdays. Once we get to March, I'm gonna just mention it to people to do these certain things. Double team step through, play with key points, scale height, 49 seconds down by 3 with free throws, 5-on-5 winners run, and then the stuff in the past was 2-on-1 break, flares, baseline out of bounds defense, 5-second count extension, 49 seconds down by 3, 5-on-5 oldest versus youngest. All right, and then we got Manu Ginobili layup. This is for today. Hand off to 2 shots, offensive free throw rebounds, side and right, and then 0 to 3 seconds down by 3 with free throws, and then 5-on-6 press break. All right, to talk about each of those, the Manu Ginobili layup is when we score on the opposite side of the basket. All right, getting good at that, you do need kind of bigger hands, but there's a way. All right, if you can shoot a layup on this side, you can easily flick a layup behind you. So this is like a layup behind you, but you're using a basket to protect you. Do you need to do that as a young kid? No, because there's no one that can really block your shot that high until about 7th, 8th grade. But you might need to score on both sides of the hoop. So this is not just a thankless drill that won't come into fruition until later. You can use it right now, because you probably end up with that, whether left or right hand on the wrong side sometime. You might need to put that shot down, because there are people who can block your shot beneath the rim on both sides of you or on either side of you. All right, hand off to 2 shots. Being able to hand off the ball, we do practice on that, is a luxury, because I mean, it's a hard play at a guard, because you're not sure if they're going to hand the ball off or fake the handoff. All right, so being able to hand the ball off, and we're going to do this drill just to get up shots, is a luxury, so we can get better at it as we're getting up shots. Offensive free throw rebounds. All right, if you can get the offensive rebounds, that's enormous. I pride myself on offensive rebounds because it's the best playing basketball. Besides putting the ball in the hoop, getting an offensive rebound is better than every other stat imaginable. Okay, it's better than an assist, even, I guess, probably. Yeah. All right, because you got the whole possession for your whole team and took away their whole possession. It's like you've done offense and defense in the same play. So practice getting those offensive free throw rebounds. Side and right. Side is a backdoor layup. Right is a backdoor layup as well, but it depends on who it comes from. We do both these plays simultaneously by either dribbling the ball out toward the wing, and then the point guard passes the backdoor pass, or we pass the ball to the high post. Then he looks backdoor and he throws a bounce pass right by his knee for someone sprinting from the wing backdoor. 0 to 3 seconds down by 3 with free throws. If we have free throws and we're down by 3 with 2 seconds left, you probably need to miss it on purpose now. You got to make your first 2. If you don't make your first 2, it depends. If you're missing it on purpose, you have 2 free throws. All right. So if you miss the first one, you gotta shoot a free throw to miss and then kick it out for a 3, which is so hard. So make your first shot, but we know what we're doing either way because you're down by 3. If you make the first one, now we all crash because they're not going anywhere. We need this rebound. We're not even going for a 3. Everyone needs to crash. We know when you're crashing in from the outside, you can't leave. You can't cross the 3-point line until the ball hits the rim. All right, 5-on-6 press break. That would be us just going against the press in a monstrous way. We talked about that one the last time. All right, let's check the homework and see who's still going for the NBA. We had a lot of people say, I want to make the NBA. That was Kieran, right? Let's see if he's still posting stuff. All right, Statue of Liberty layup for Teo right there. Or no, yes. And dribbling November 16th. I have noticed that Kieran hasn't posted every day. All right. He definitely hasn't posted the workout card, and he's not doing the book. Is this right? Is this right, Kieran? You aren't doing the book, right? Because I think that you're in 5th grade. If I open up the book to, what is it? Is it November 16th? November. Where's November? Right there. November 16th, 2023. We got multiple years in here. All right, so this is the Thursday, and it says the daily challenge. This is how I can tell if you're doing the book. All right, the daily challenge is keep up with day 19 of the Steph Curry Hall of Fame workout. But you have to post it. All right, are you doing this? Are you doing this, Kieran? Are you doing that right now? All right. And then I guess yesterday you would have had to post make 15 threes in 3 minutes. I think that you did that. Line jumps to shots, tap series, 21 by 3 jumps, quick ball touches. But again, you don't have to do it every day, but every day that you don't do it, you owe me a Nash drill at the end of the month. You gotta post it. And you post it with the video that says because I'm trying to make the NBA. And that's when I'll start taking you seriously because anyone can just say anything. All right. And again, you might fail this challenge. It's okay. But it's a great thing to go for. Homework of the month, bad shots. What are bad shots? Oh, bad shots. I thought he was gonna shoot bad shots or break down his bad shots in a game or something. But yes, the back down series is huge. I love that one. We got 1-on-1 no steals and no blocks from Taz yesterday. Great job. Floaters going in. LaMelo homework with his bed shots. And that was bed shots from Caleb. Great job, Caleb. I need to call Caleb with the K out during practice for that. Let's check the story of the day, see what that's all about. Watch it. A college player once asked to work out with Kobe Bryant. Kobe agreed and told him to be at the gym at 6 o'clock. The next morning, the kid wasn't there, and Kobe later told him to never ask again. The kid said he figured he meant 6 p.m., and Kobe replied, "Why would I work out then? Everyone works out then. I work when no one else is willing to." Alright, it's a fun story. I do know Kieran's dad said something about all the Kobe stories when he wasn't sleeping. That's not that great for kids. I can agree. You do need your sleep. Alright, but it does say something. You have to be willing to do what other people aren't. Alright, you can work out any time of day that you want, but you got to make sure that you're doing more than what other people are doing. And if it happens to be working out in the morning, cool. If it happens to be working out for 14 hours a week, whatever they're willing to do, you need to step it up a notch. And who they are, that's your competition. All right? Is your competition the people on your current team? Is your competition the people that you play against? Or is your competition the 10 best players your age in the entire world? Wherever they may be, in Slovenia, some kid growing up in Australia right now, some kid in Idaho. Imagine that player existing. You have to outwork some imaginary player. And the best way to do that is to make sure you're outworking every single player that you can see, and then going as hard as you possibly can, and then going a little bit harder. All right? And if you can do things in order like that and be orderly about it, especially when you have the book that we have, that is a tremendous start. As long as you're not leaving anything in the tank, all right? As long as you're as long as you're happy with the effort that you're putting in and you truly can't really go anymore. I think that that's good enough personally. But make sure that you're actually doing that and that you're stepping it up from month to month, maybe week to week, definitely year to year, so that you can step it up step by step. So maybe you can't do all that you want to do when you're a second grader, but by the time that you're maybe in high school, you're doing more than what everyone else is, okay? So that's the goal. And so take the story for whatever it's worth, but I like it. Let's check the movie of the day. The movie of the day is called Sugar, all right? This is not about the sweet stuff, okay? This is about the baseball stuff, okay? And I have not seen this movie. I even forgot what it was about. I mean, I read it last year, like all like the stuff, but I totally forgot what it was about again. All right, so I'm just gonna read it. The plot is Miguel Sugar Santos, all right, spends his weekends at home, passing from the landscaped gardens and manicured fields on one side of the guarded academy gate to the underdeveloped, more chaotic world beyond. In his small village outside San Pedro de Macorís, I can't say some Spanish words. Miguel enjoys a kind of celebrity status. His neighbors gather to watch him back for the weekend. The children ask him for extra baseballs and an old glove. To his family, who lost their father years before, Miguel is the hope and shining star. With the small bonus he earned when he signed with the academy some time ago, he has started to build his family a new house, one that has a bigger kitchen for his mom and a separate room for his grandmother. So I'm guessing he has a devastating knuckleball, or a knuckle curveball as well. All right? So I'm guessing this is a story about a guy from a poorer town who got signed to a baseball academy and is going after his dreams. I won't read more about it, but if you happen to watch this is the 10th grade movie of the month. Please do a movie report on it so we can know something about it. Tell us your favorite parts of the movie. Tell us what you thought about it. Tell us how you can apply some of the lessons learned to your basketball career as well. And let us just know what you rank it as well. All right, from 1 to 10, 1 to 5, 1 to 50, like we do, some kind of ranking, okay? That would help us out. Let's go with the trivia question. A little early today. All right, we got the trivia question. And what are we talking about here? Oh, man, okay, I got it. That's a good trivia question. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for. And I need to do basketball trivia. I spelled basketball wrong. You spell it right. There we go. All right, so how well do I know this? Let's find out. Wow. Okay. All right, I'm down with this. All right. Okay, so this is a out of nowhere question. Okay. All right, so college basketball teams. It's going to be a college basketball question. Okay. All right, college basketball teams. They have their own arenas, but because they don't play like year round there, and because they have to like make money and stuff like that, they do rent it out. All right, and one of the more famous teams in NCAA history is the Runnin' Rebels. Okay, and here's the question. Okay, here's the question. What popular professional event is held at the Thomas and Mack Center every year? It's a crazy question. Good luck with the answer. What professional sporting event is held at the Thomas and Mack Center every year? I had my thoughts, but apparently it's not this because, yeah, it's not. But yeah, and the sport is not basketball. The sport is not basketball. That is real. It's a professional event. It's held at the Thomas and Mack Center. That's where the UNLV Runnin' Rebels play. What event is held there every year? It's an odd thing, by the way. It's so weird. So if you catch on something like pretty like normal, it ain't that. It's an odd thing. It's a strange thing, okay? Good luck in answering the question. I mean, I would have never guessed this in a zillion years. So if you can guess it, you totally deserve it. I'm asking hard questions so we can try to stump Kieran. So good luck doing it. Hope I didn't ask too hard of a question. We only have 2 viewers. Oh man. Between the 2 of you, who will get it? Anybody? I'm gonna have to go on to the next thing and have you guys just answer that before the show's over. You can answer it anytime that you want. I gotta move on. All right, I'm on. You can answer that anytime before the show's over. You got 6 minutes. All right. Talked about this a couple of days ago. All right. Wembanyama is like, now he's starting to come back down to earth a little bit. And he was like #1 in the race for the rookie of the year, runaway winner. And then right before the game when he played against Oklahoma City, I was like, wait a minute. Someone put out this stat up there that said their stats are about the same, leaning toward Chet Holmgren being a better player. Now, I'm not saying that stats are everything, but I thought that Wembanyama was like better than him by like 8 times just because of the media attention. Now, Chet has been injured all year. He's a second player. He's a second-year player. But, yeah. And that's the answer. What? The trivia answer got answered by Kieran. He answered it correctly. I know you didn't know that, but that's pretty good search right there. And I will add the point because, yes, indeed, the answer is the National Finals for the rodeo. The National Rodeos Finals. All right. The correct answer is the National Finals Rodeo. The Thomas and Mack Center hosts its popular professional event every year. The National Finals Rodeo is a prestigious rodeo championship event where the top rodeo cowboys and cowgirls compete in various events such as bull riding, steer wrestling, and barrel racing. It is a highly anticipated event in the rodeo community and attracts a large audience from all over the country. Sorry, I couldn't stump Kieran. It is a hard thing to do. But yes, back to Wembanyama and the fact that the media will hype up whatever it wants to hype up. And it's whatever like gets the most attention. And I do know that like Chet, he got a little bit of attention last year until he got hurt on LeBron's shoulder because he just like touched LeBron James and he fell down and died almost. And he was hurt the whole year from that one play. But Wembanyama's just taller, I guess. He's also a sensation. And by being a sensation, meaning like he was popular before he came into the NBA for like years. We've been thinking about this guy forever, right? And there's all this like lore about him. And he shoots like this like weird one-legged jumper and all this other stuff, right? But and the game when they finally played each other, Chet didn't do extremely well, but their team beat him. So like now, do you have to like give the nod to them? And that's a weird thing because head-to-head competitions show a lot. Right? I'm not saying that like rookie of the year means everything, but when people are judging you, which people will judge you when they put you on a basketball team for high school, for college, whatever. They're going to judge you based off other players. A lot of that is just like who they think that you are. And I got to tell you, one of the best things that I did for myself is I allowed myself to be seen as like a little bit of lore. So I would like be in the gym shooting extra shots. And I made sure that my coach saw me. I would pay attention and like stare at my coach when he was talking so that he had respect for me, so he knew that I respected the game. And I don't know what you would call this, like either like kind of like kissing some butt, I guess it is. But it's like developing an aura around yourself so that people trust you. Maybe be the guy to like never miss a practice. Maybe be the guy to run like the fastest mile. When the team does that, maybe be the guy to always improve every single practice because those things matter. You can't take days off, you can't take moments off because everyone's always judging you, and they may judge you incorrectly. And if they judge you incorrectly, the best thing that you can do is what we said yesterday: guard their best player. Correct? So challenge that guy like head to head during whether it be someone on your team during practice or someone on the other team during the games. All right, so trying to like raise your stock is a real thing. A lot of people say, well, it's so political. It is political, and you are a diplomat. You have to go out there and say, like, and speak to people. Yes, you have to. You have to say hi to your coach. It's absolutely political. Yes, your parents can't cuss anyone out. No, it's not. It's not allowed. It's absolutely political. And yes, you have to like. When you have the opportunity, you can't just do bad in practice and then say, well, I do well in the games. No, because it's political. They're going to judge you based off of whatever keeps their job, possibly. And if it comes down to something like, I don't know, well, these players are all the same, so I'll go with the rich kid because that kid buys our uniforms for the school. I mean, then you're just in trouble. So you have to separate yourself, not just by a little bit. You can't be a little bit better than someone. All right, this might be the most important conversation I've ever had, and I don't know if people are listening to me right now, but I'm gonna say it anyways. You gotta sell yourself. to everybody involved in the process. So I know that adds to the anxiety of it all, and it's not fair and whatever, but it's how it is, the reality of it. And so I guess Chet, he got to sell himself a little bit more. I don't know. Anyways, quote of the day. Quote of the day is, success demands singleness of purpose. So make sure you guys put that singleness of purpose out there. Work your hardest, please, and try hardest all the time. And my name is John Sanders with Limitless Hoops, and I am out. Peace, guys.